So today we're going to take a look at two types of flash mobs. I know my class description says we're going to take a look at violent flash mobs, and we are, but we're going to start with a video that explains a different side to them. And it's actually a video that my university made for an organization called U-Dance. And so I went to the University of Delaware, and it's a play on words with that. And U-Dance is to help fight child cancer. All right, so they provide money. We raise money by dancing for 24 hours. And so people pay, a certain amount for your organization to go and dance in our university gym. All right, so we're going to take a look at this video, and it's a flash mob. All right, so we're going to talk about what flash mobs are, what they usually do, what U-Dance did that was different and unique and really great publicity for the organization. And then we're going to take a look at an article and a short clip that I have from a violent flash mob. So what they did, and I can't give too much away because I want you guys to explain what a flash mob is to me. If you don't know what it is, you'll find out. And so it's pretty uncommon for these to be violent in the past. But what is happening is people are getting together and they're stealing and they're breaking things, and so it's really weird. It's a really weird trend. So I'm not going to show you the videos right now, but I can give you a preview of the article that we're going to take a look at in the middle of class, so during class. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a 4-minute video from my university, and it's pretty funny. It's to Gangnam Style, and then we're going to move into this article. And so, flash mobs, the newest threat to local governments. Okay, so what the heck has been happening with the evolution of the flash mob? What did it start out as, and what has it moved to? And so this article is really long, and we definitely will not finish it. But as always, it's a great resource, so you guys are welcome to read it on your own. And I promise it's not as complicated as my last class article. If you were watching my class about the Oscars, this is a little bit easier to read. Okay, and then we're going to end with another YouTube video. All right, so you guys should definitely join class because, I mean, how often do you get to watch videos, all right, that an American is providing you? So, like, pretty common videos for us, all right? Okay, and so I'm just going to work on the YouTube application. So I don't know if Verbling chat is working for you guys. I don't see you posting.
I see your message.
Okay, you see my message. All right, so what I want you all to do, okay, all right, I wasn't sure. I was like, wow, that's weird. It's quiet. Okay. On Verbling, you have to add an application on the left-hand side of your screen. So I'm going to see if this works. It gets a little funky, but what you can see over here is that I have a YouTube video application. And so I want you to add that, and you do that by going to the ... the ellipses, and by going to Add Apps. All right, so screen share gets really weird when I try to show my screen. So while I'm adding the video, make sure to download the YouTube app. It should only take like 10 seconds. All right, YouTube app for Verbling. And that way you'll also be prepared for your other classes because it will stay with you. All right. And so the one thing you have to know about YouTube on Verbling is that you cannot touch the controls because it changes the video for everyone. So when we watch the movie, just don't touch the buttons. All right? All right. Official. Okay. And so let me know if you cannot access it. And what I'm going to do is I'm posting the link to YouTube, and you can watch it on YouTube directly in case the application is not working for you. Okay? Right. And so does everyone have the YouTube app for Verbling so we can start?
I got it.
All right, cool. All right, and so once again, because I don't know how many of you are here, so this is the University of Delaware, my college that I graduated from. All right, and so UDance is raising awareness and money for cancer, specifically children's cancer. So dancing today to give the kids a tomorrow. All right, and so the goal is to find a cure, but for now, what we just want to do is provide money for the research to create a cure. All right, so I hope you'll like the video.
Oh,
All right. So I hope you guys liked the video and were able to see it. All right.
Yes.
So welcome to the University of Delaware. All right. I missed it a lot. All right. So can anyone tell me what is a flash mob usually? So what is a flash mob?
Flash.
So a flash mob
It's
is just
like
what you see.
a live performance.
Yeah, it's a live performance of what? What action are they doing?
Dance, maybe.
Yeah, so it's a live dance performance. And so do we know when flash mobs are going to happen?
No, that's
No.
one of the main characteristics of the flash mob.
Yeah, exactly. So they are surprises. So for this, it was a huge surprise for my friends still at the university, and everyone posted about it. All right, because no one is ever expecting 100 people all of a sudden at a university or a mall to start playing loud music, and then everyone's dancing all together. They're choreographed. All right. And so
the things quite curious, and it spreads the word quite easily, just because it's a curious act.
yeah, exactly. All right. So for this performance, this flash mob, the University of Delaware one, that's exactly what they're doing. They wanted to spread their information, their cause. And so what happens with videos on the internet? Does anyone know the word we use to describe them?
Viral.
Yeah. So this video has only had 10,000 views on YouTube. But I mean, that's not bad. So videos go viral. So it's a great advertising medium.
Yeah.
Videos go viral. And it's completely free. So these students just put the video together and then put it on YouTube. And so there's hundreds, well, there's thousands of flash mob videos. I'm looking it up now. And there are 409,000 results, okay? And those are only the ones that have been taped, all right? So it's a pretty common phenomenon lately. All right, and so usually are flash mobs a positive or a negative thing? What do you think?
Probably they are positive things. Yeah, just doing dance, not like political actions, like political things, or any kind of unexpected, unhappy events. They are just dancing, and while you are watching, you are having fun.
Yeah, exactly. So they're unexpected, happy moments, all right? They're just supposed to be fun. But lately, and that's what we're going to talk about, something's changed, all right? And so flash mobs, okay, so flash mobs are now turning violent. And we're going to see what they're doing, all right? Because as you saw at the University of Delaware one, it wasn't violent. Nothing happened. Everyone just started dancing, and then everyone, what we call, dissipated. So everyone spread out and went back to class. And it was a 4-minute thing, and then it's like it never happened, all right? But now flash mobs are leaving marks, and not really great ones. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to my article, and I'm posting the link now. Oop. Nope, edit, undo. Crap, hold on, I just made a mistake. I pasted the link instead of copying the link. 1 second.
Where are you gonna post the link? On the chat?
Yeah, so it should be hopefully in Verbling chat already, but if it's not, it will definitely be in class chat. All right, and so let me know if you have any problems reaching this website, okay? And so when you get there, I'm going to go to screen share right now. All right, it should look like this, and the title is Flash Mobs the newest threat to local governments. Okay, and we see this is the introduction. Okay, then we see another subtitle, Evolution of Flash Mobs. And we're going to go down to flash mobs turned flash robs. Okay? So we should be in this section, and I'm going to zoom in so maybe you can see the words better.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So flash mobs turned flash robs. Is there anyone that cannot find that section of the article?
I got it.
You've got it. Okay, great.
I don't see the link in the chat. Did you
Okay.
post the link or?
Yeah, I'll post the link again in class chat.
Oh, in other chat. Okay.
Yeah, when I click chat, I can only get group chat for some reason. I can never get back to Verbling. So if someone wants to post it in Verbling chat, that'd be great as well. I'd really appreciate it. So would anyone like to read the first few paragraphs at all?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Flashback. Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh, and Servet, you're from
Yes.
Turkey, right? I've had you
Yes.
before.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you all follow me on Facebook. Side note, sorry, random, I know. But Verbling is launching their website, and they're going to try and do it in all of your languages. So Turkish and Spanish, I think, are coming out within the next few weeks. And then French, German. So they're working on not just having an English website. So it should be easier for you to work with the website if you want to work with it in your own language.
Yeah.
So I just thought of you when I saw Turkish English teacher. So,
Yeah.
Or Turkish teacher, sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, start? Yes.
Yes.
In Germantown, Maryland, it took less than 1 minute for teenagers to descend on a 7-Eleven, ransack shelves, and make off with hundreds of dollars of merchandise. During the summer of 2011, spontaneous incidents of group violence dubbed flash rob have occurred in Minneapolis, Chicago, Cleveland, New York, and Washington, D.C., among other cities. Among these episodes involve groups of 20 to hundreds of young people looting stores or assaulting pedestrians. Oh, it's blurry.
So I think you got muted. Are you back?
No. Yes, I'm here. It was blurry. Okay, pedestrians and then turning off. The National Retail Federation reported that 79% of its members had been victims of multiple offender crime, and 10% of members said they had been targeted by groups of thieves using flash mob tactics in the past year.
Okay. So where is this violent flash mob taking place? What state? What state?
Washington.
Where is this one specifically? It has taken place in the capital before, and New York City, Cleveland. But this article, what state are they specifically talking about?
Maryland?
Yeah. So they're talking about Maryland, and that's why I chose this article, because Delaware and Maryland are neighboring states. So, we just saw the video of the good flash mob raising money in Delaware, and Germantown is like an hour from the university, and we see something else happening. All right. And so it's happened in a couple of other cities. And who is part of these violent mobs? What kind of people? They use an adjective.
Teenagers.
Thieves?
Yeah, teenagers.
Young
So
people.
it's young
Yeah, young
people.
people.
So young people. And so when they refer to young people, most of the time in the US, we're talking about people who are 30 and under. All right, so that can definitely be teenagers as well. All right. So we're talking about people in their 20s and late teens. All right. And what are the statistics that have been reported? Did anyone understand what the statistics were telling us?
I think
20 to hundreds.
Okay, so all right.
Can
So
you
we
repeat
have
the question, please?
yeah. So what are the statistics telling us about crime within the last couple of years? And so I'll highlight.
80%, almost 80% of the shops are robbed.
By how many people?
From 20 till hundreds,
Yeah.
no?
Yeah.
Of thieves.
So in the past, what they were telling us was that crime was more related to individuals. But today, because of this new phenomenon, this new happening, 80% of the crime that was reported had been with multiple offenders. And multiple offenders means more than one person. So 2, 3.
Okay.
Or as they tell us in the paragraph, 20 to hundreds of people. So a flash mob, 20 to 500 or 600 people, which is ridiculous. Okay? And so they're looting stores. Can anyone tell me what looting a store is? What does that mean? It happened in London a few years ago. There was massive looting when a man was killed by
I go, Tom. You are muting the teacher. Be careful.
So looting is when the store is, it can be open or closed, but what you're doing is you're breaking the windows. You're breaking the windows, and everyone, so all citizens that have the guts, the courage to go in and steal something, can go in and take something. It's not just for the thieves; it's for everyone. So breaking the windows, all citizens, everyone can go in and steal something, if you want. So anyone can go in and steal something. And we see this a lot in apocalypse movies. So if you see zombie movies, this is happening.
Yeah.
People will loot, which means that they steal stuff from the stores. All right? Or vending machines. A lot of times in those movies, vending machines, the snack machines with cookies and chips. Okay? All right. Okay, so would anyone like to finish up this section for us?
Yeah, I do. Given the current economic crisis in the United States, it is most likely the flash mob violence will spread to more urban communities and suburbs. Jeff Carter, a California psychologist who lectures widely on the motivations of young people, believes that part of the reason that flash mobs have become violent is that young people are discontent and bored.
Please continue.
Yeah, they don't have jobs. They hear their parents talking about the lack of jobs and the poor economy and are left feeling that their future options are winnowing every day. This isn't just in England or Philly or Germantown, but everywhere. said Gardner. You've got a group that feels angry and powerless, and they are trying to assume a sense of power. And
Continue, if
continue.
that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This sense of powerlessness is part of the motivation behind the Occupy Wall Street protest that
Occupy.
starts Occupy
Occupy Wall Street. Mm-hmm.
Occupy Wall Street protest that starts in September 2011 in New York City and are spreading across the nation to such cities as Boston, Chicago, Denver, Seattle, and Washington, D.C. While
Seattle. Seattle.
Seattle,
Mm-hmm.
Seattle, and Washington, D.C. While these groups are not flash mobs, they are using social media to organize, communicate, and raise awareness on a number of issues. Or as the use of social media increases, the potential for more flash mobs that are used for political protests and for criminal purposes is likely to increase.
Likely.
Likely to increase.
Yeah. Good job. All right. So, what is the reason behind the young people? So, why are the young people participating in these kinds of flash mobs? What are their reasons?
They are bored,
They're bored. Yeah.
powerless.
Yeah, they don't have a purpose on his lives.
They don't have what? Sorry, can you repeat?
Target or motivation in his lives, in their lives.
Yeah, they're bored. They're not motivated. What also is a problem throughout the world right now?
Because of jobs, they don't have jobs.
Yeah.
They don't have. They feel.
Yeah, exactly.
They are unemployed.
Yeah, so we have a really high unemployment rate in comparison to other years in the U.S. So there's unemployment. And so a lot of these kids that are protesting, you know, we have college degrees and we can't get a job, all right? So there's unemployment. They're not motivated. I mean, and they're bored. They're motivated in the wrong sense.
Well, it is not only, it's also in Europe, you know, we're having the same issue, really.
Yeah, and so where are you from, Frankie?
I'm from Italy.
Italy, okay.
Yeah, so we have flash mob as well, you know.
Yeah.
You do? All right, and so what have flash mobs done in Italy?
Like, not really violent, but, you know, like, loads of guys, me too, like, in the street with Gangnam Style, that sort of music, you know, but was not so violent, really. It was more kind of music stuff, but it ended up being so quite violent, but not that violent, really.
Do you do this flash mob with a specific purpose?
What?
Do you do your flash mob with a specific purpose, with a specific aim?
Well, it is just for fun, basically, but we are not talking about that kind of flash mob. These are really violent flash mobs, you know.
So maybe yours was, you know, more of a positive flash mob with a message,
more or
maybe?
less, yeah.
Positive with a message, just like the University of Delaware, but instead of raising money, you're protesting?
Yeah, more or less, yeah.
Okay. All right, so not so much looting in Italy.
No, no, it doesn't seem.
Okay. And so, yeah, that's my next question to all of you. Have you seen or heard about any flash mobs in your own countries? More on the idea of protesting.
In my country, is popular that young people try to entry by free on the metro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you
To
from?
protest. From Spain.
From Spain. Okay. Yeah. So people don't pay for their train tickets as a protest to the government.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so a different kind of protest, more on the, I guess, not really on the media track, you know, because they're not all getting together. It's just more of an individual basis of protesting. They do that in France as well. I'm in France, but people in France tend to do it because it's so expensive. So,
Yeah.
which sucks because if you're living in France, any of you, they've started controls and they check the trains every day. It's awful. So.
The same in London. I'm in London actually.
Oh, you are? Okay. And so they're checking the tube a lot and the suburban lines.
Yeah, you can get in the tube without the Oyster card or your ticket. It's quite important.
Okay. Yeah, in Paris it's pretty difficult sometimes. Like even when my card doesn't work, or my card will work and the gate, you know, it doesn't go out and you get stuck, you can get like trapped and someone will come and check your card and you're like, no, but I paid. But I paid.
And they make you pay twice because you need to pay twice.
No. They don't make me pay twice. Usually they're like, it's fine. Just don't keep it next to your cell phone again. So, yeah, just some tips for you guys out there. All right. And so, let's see. Okay, and so they compare this movement to another movement in the U.S. Have you heard about it? I don't want to name it. What is it? This second movement that they're comparing violent flash mobs to.
No. In Turkey, I didn't hear any kind of violent event or flash mob events. I don't think. Maybe
Okay.
we are not aware of. Personally, first time I hear it, maybe the rest of my country haven't been aware of this thing yet. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it can definitely be a cultural thing. So for now, it's definitely much more popular with universities. So if you Google flash mobs, it's going to be a lot of young people. And like it spread from university campus to university campus. And so how is this idea spreading? How will it spread to Turkey is the idea that they're expressing here as well.
Internet, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So the internet, and what sites specifically?
YouTube or Facebook.
YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. There's some other
networks, yeah.
Instagram. All right. So all those sites that are WhatsApp, yeah.
Yeah.
All those social networking websites that you can post photos on, make comments, chat with other people. Like that's what's going to spread this information. And that's how we communicate to get our flash mobs together nowadays anyways. So, I mean, try it. See if you post something about a flash mob on your Facebook, serve it, and see if there's one that happens. Post a video. We'll see if we can start the good flash mobs, and the good ones, not the bad ones.
Yeah.
And so my next question was, there's a movement in the U.S. That's happening. Does anyone know what it's called? It started in 2011.
Movement? Yeah.
A get-together, a new group of protesters.
Yeah.
No.
I can't remember now.
It's in the article, if it helps.
It's in the article, yeah.
It's about the immigration thing.
One of the problems is definitely immigration. That's what they are talking about. It's part of their campaign. The Occupy movement, the Occupy Wall Street movement. It's Occupy, and then you put the city. So it started with Occupy Wall Street, so opposing big business at first, and the problem of
Anonymous
anonymous. What?
anonymous movement. I mean,
Okay.
That's the Italian translation.
Oh, okay.
That's how we call the movement in Italy.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, it's not anonymous though. And so what they use is they use social networking websites. All right, and so they're fighting for gay rights. They want to fix the unemployment rate. They want to tear down big business, i.e. Wall Street.
Yeah.
And so we have, I really hate Occupy Philadelphia because what the problem is becoming, I'm going to ask you about in Italy, but at least Occupy like Philadelphia and Boston, they're not so much young people anymore or hippies, it's homeless people. So you have like a tent city filled with crazy homeless people shouting at you
No.
and throwing things. And so
Not
Occupy
really.
Philadelphia is awful. So don't go to it. No, it's not like that in Italy?
Yeah,
No, not really.
Okay. All right. So it's more of the idea of all the young people getting together and
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
and do they camp out in Italy? Do they have tents and things set up, small cities?
Not really. Like, it is in the afternoon, but they usually don't camp, you know.
get back home.
Yeah.
They go back home. Okay.
In
Yeah.
my country, the people stay in the streets. They camp in the street in the front of the Congress.
Yeah.
So it's very terrible for the traffic, and the government says they are broken the laws making this protest. I don't think I'm not agree with the government.
This actually sounds very similar to what is happening in the U.S. Where are you from, Hugo?
I'm from Guatemala, but here the problems are a lot. We're talking about money. There in some cities there's not work, and in others the security problem,
Oh.
and others how to say, the others protest is about the increase of the taxes. The government is increasing much taxes, even if there is no work, there is not increase of the work.
Is your country also worried about its national debt? You said they are concerned with money, the national debt. So like the U.S. is something like $3 trillion in debt. Is that what you were referring to? Or just individuals having no money? So like you're broke and you have
No, it's a national problem.
Yeah, so you can say they are concerned about the national debt.
Yes, but the national debt
It's when you're
goes. Yes.
So I'm not sure if we have any students from China because China blocked our website, so you have to pay a service to hide your IP address to get on Verbling. So do we have anyone from China at all? I don't think so.
Why did they block this website? I don't know.
China has a few restrictions, one of them being Verbling, one of them being Facebook. So China has its own, like, I don't know what it's called, but like China Facebook. And so the national debt is the idea. So for example, the United States and most countries have borrowed money from China. So the US is about $3 trillion, I can't even comprehend that, dollars in debt about. And we've borrowed a lot of money from China, and that's how we're fueling our country right now. But the money is running out, and we have a large
That
bill to pay. So we have a lot of money to give back to China, and that will come from taxes. So like you said,
Also
increasing
Japan.
taxes. In Japan, yeah. So
In Turkey, we had maybe like 50, 60 billion dollars. We were thinking they are very huge. I think 3 trillions of dollars is very, very weak.
yeah, they say that my grandchildren won't even be able to pay off the debt that we've created in the U.S. So that's 3 generations,
yeah,
right? No, 2 generations from me. My grandchildren will not even pay off the debt of my country.
But you know, economists are saying countries borrowing money, countries borrow money not to pay it back. Probably United
Yeah.
States will borrow another country to pay China. It will, without paying, it will turn. The system will turn. I don't think it's a very big problem.
So what we're going to do is we're going to read the last part of the article, and then we're going to watch the video. All right, and so this is just summing up the main problems with violent flash mobs. Would anyone like to read this section for
Can
us?
I read?
Yes, please.
Okay.
You can
Sorry.
start, and it's the last section.
Difficult to predict, interdict, and control. Recent events have clearly shown that flash mobs have evolved into flash mobs and other forms of group violence that must be of concern of local governments. These leaderless, spontaneous organizations that are able to multiply in numbers exponentially using social media are difficult to predict, interdict, and control, while some community policing strategies may be effective. Local governments will be challenged as they look for long-term solutions to this new form of crime without infringing on civil
Infringing.
rights, infringing on civil rights and privacy.
Okay. So what they're telling us here is that, okay, so in the U.S. We have our state government, and our state governments can have different laws than our federal government. So it's a problem for our local government. So it's a problem for Maryland and Connecticut and Delaware, not just the federal government. Okay, and that these organizations, so we're not talking about terrorism here, all right? This is not a group of people that has a leader that is very like angry and has a common cause. They don't have meetings. They don't communicate often. It's spontaneous, so it happens maybe within a week, all right? So it's not a club or a group. It's random.
But this
And-
can convert in anarchy.
Can you repeat?
But these movements haven't no leader. It can convert in anarchy.
Yeah, a little bit. It can create anarchy just within within citizens, but the U.S. we have a pretty forceful military, and police force. So these tend to get crushed pretty quickly, and we'll see that in the video we're going to watch. The only problem is, have you all seen CSI and
Yeah.
NCIS and those
NCIS.
crime shows? They try to predict what's going to happen, specifically with large events that are going to affect a lot of people. But with these, it's more difficult because they're quieter and it's not the same people every time. So it's different people, and that's the problem. So they say they're looking for solutions, and I'm sure, you know, in 5 years, this will no longer be a problem. Or who knows? It could be even worse. I guess we'll find out. But I honestly think that they'll find a way to fix this problem. Yes?
I'm sorry, what does infringing mean?
Infringing? To get close to, what's a better, infringe upon, I'm going to use my dictionary, I'm not going to lie. Actively break the terms of, reaching the limit, that's what I was trying to say, reaching the limit. So they're reaching the limits of, where's the, infringing on civil rights and privacy. So they're reaching the limits of these laws. So these solutions may not be good for our civil rights and privacy. That's what they're saying.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. All right, and so we're going to use the YouTube app again. All right, just letting you guys know. And I'm going to add the video right now. All right. Violent flash mob. Okay, why not? Oh, 10 minutes. Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. So we're going to watch. Okay, and I'm just going to post the link for you just in case it's not working on your computer. Ooh. Right? And so if you can't watch the video, make sure you follow the link and you can watch it there. Right? And this is how we'll end class.
Or a newspaper, and suddenly find yourself in the middle of a violent mob. They are targeting local convenience stores and newsstands, stealing everything. It's happening all across the country. Mobs of kids, 20, 30, 40 more, appear out of nowhere and suddenly charge.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Okay, so it's a little different than the flash mob we saw. There was no music or dancing and potential. the capacity to develop. Okay, so when you look at these, when you saw this video, what are some things that you noticed? Who is being attacked? Where? What kind of store in New York City?
Yeah. Convenience stores are being attacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, by these groups, like flash mob. Suddenly they appear and they attack the store, they steal everything.
And so this piece was specifically a certain age of people. You could tell by looking at them, but you could also tell because he said he had to close his newsstand in the afternoon. So what age group were these people? We said they were young, but what can you imply about that if they're free in the afternoon?
No consideration for customers
Uh,
like Bennett.
If they are free in the, I don't know the laws in America, but probably they are above 21.
Somebody recognizes what's happening.
Oops, sorry. I know he's watching the video. So actually they're younger. They're probably in middle school or high school.
16.
Yeah, they're probably between the ages of, some of those kids look like they were 10-year-olds. To me, you're right, to like their 20s. So a lot of these kids, if you're free in the afternoon, we only go to school from 7:30 to about 2. So we get out at 14 o'clock in high school, and about like 15 o'clock for younger grades. So these are children. They live with their parents. And also, did you notice anything else about some of the people ransacking the stores in this video? Who were they? Not to be a little racist, but it's okay to say it.
Native Americans, usually?
Yeah,
African Americans.
they were African American. And so New York City has some pretty terrible ghettos. The
Bronx.
projects, yeah, the Bronx, the projects. Okay, so these kids are probably coming from those areas and going to school, you know, more so in the city. And they don't have anything at home. Some of them may be hungry. So it's kind of like these kids are sticking together, especially in this video. And you know, it's going to be different everywhere. But in New York, most of the kids attacking were African American or black. So from somewhere maybe in the Caribbean or Africa.
Why is stealing is called a flash mob?
So this is called a flash mob because usually when you steal, you know, when you steal, well, you don't steal, but when someone steals, if they steal an iPhone or a shirt from a store or a candy bar from a newsstand, it's one person. So the idea of a mob is multiple people. And they're saying it's a flash. So you know a camera flash, when you take a photo, it goes off in, what, 2 seconds, and it's over. That's the idea. So it takes no time at all. So these kids are ransacking, which means destroying and stealing. And it maybe takes 5 minutes total, and then they're gone. And there's nothing left, things are broken. So has anything happened like this in your countries at all?
No.
No.
Yes, sometimes, yes.
Yes? All right. And so where are you from? Dia? Sorry.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
I'm from Egypt.
Egypt. Okay. And so why do you think people are flash mobbing in Egypt? Or who are they stealing from?
It seems a new kind of entertainment.
Ooh, hold on, Victor. Let's just give Dia a chance, and then we can, then you can speak. Yeah.
It seems a new kind of... Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. All right.
It's okay.
So go ahead.
It seems a new kind of entertainment because, as we can see, it's more the damage that the things that they rob.
All right. And so what were you going to say? Nope. Okay. And so where are you from, Victor?
I'm from Spain.
Spain. And has this happened in Spain?
Mm, Not, I think so, but you can't see it in news or something like that. It is more, it occurs less than USA.
I don't really understand. Okay.
That it occurs less than in USA.
Okay, it's less worse than
But
in...
yeah.
Okay. So any final comments before we go? You can say anything here. Which one you prefer, which flash mob you prefer, if it's
Good
happened
ones.
in your country.
The good ones.
You prefer the good one? Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
definitely.
Yeah.
And by the way, here we associate the word flash mob with music, music group dancing. We don't associate it with stealing or rucksacking, you know.
Yeah. It's flash mob. It's usually associated with music and dancing, but now it's getting that term of flash mob. So a lot of people quickly and then they're gone. So
Yeah, like a flash.
yeah. So the same idea, just no music, no fun, and a lot of damage. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. Well, I hope